In the heart of Brooklyn, where the brownstones lean into the rain like old friends sharing secrets, there was a coffee shop called Corner Brew. It wasn't fancy, no marble counters or artisanal pour-overs that cost an arm and a leg. Just worn wooden stools, a chalkboard menu that smudged in the humidity, and the steady drip of the espresso machine that sounded like a heartbeat. This was Sarah's world. At 28, she'd been pouring coffee here for 6 years, long enough to know the rhythm of the neighborhood like the back of her hand. Sarah had that rare gift. She remembered everything. Not just the orders, though she could rattle off double espresso, no foam, for Mr. Patel without blinking, but the stories behind them. The single dad who always ordered a large black coffee on Tuesdays, his eyes tired from late shifts at the bodega, rushing to drop his kid at school. Or the artist in the corner booth sketching feverishly over a vanilla latte, extra foam, to match the curls in her hair. Sarah didn't just serve, she listened. A quick, rough day, or that sketch is coming along nice, could turn a stranger's frown upside down. It was her quiet way of making Brooklyn feel a little less lonely. Life hadn't been easy for Sarah. Raised in a cramped apartment in Queens by a mom who worked 2 jobs, she learned early that kindness was currency. The kind that didn't jingle in your pocket, but warmed you from the inside. After high school, she dreamed of art school, maybe illustrating children's books with the same whimsy she saw in those morning sketches. But dreams have a way of getting sidelined. A sick mom mounting bills, and suddenly she was the one holding it together. Corner Brew became her anchor, steady tips, familiar faces, and the smell of fresh grounds that chased away the chill of another rainy commute on the F train. Morning started at 5:30. Sarah would flip on the lights, the neon open sign buzzing to life against the grey dawn. By 6:45, the rush hit. Construction workers grabbing to-go cups, office folks scrolling emails over muffins. She moved like a dancer in the chaos, steaming milk, frothing lattes, calling out next, with a smile that never quite reached her eyes on tough days. Her boss, Maria, a no-nonsense Italian woman in her 50s, appreciated the hustle. "You're the glue here, kid," she'd say, sliding Sarah an extra shift, but glue gets sticky after a while. Lately, Sarah felt the weight, rent creeping up, her mum's nursing home fees piling on, and that nagging what if? What if this was all there was? One Tuesday in early fall, the rain came down harder than usual, turning the sidewalks into mirrors of blurred taillights. Sarah wiped the steam from the window, watching umbrellas bob like black flowers. The door chimed, and in walked the usual crowd. Mr. Patel with his nod and order. The artist, late as always. But then, a new face, an older man, maybe late 60s, shaking water from a threadbare coat. He had kind eyes lined with stories and a slight limp as he approached the counter. Sarah straightened up, notepad in hand. "What can I get you?" He looked at the menu, then back at her, a faint smile breaking through. "Just an Americano, black." "Medium, please." Simple, unremarkable. She punched it into the register, handed him the change. But as he turned to wait, something caught her eye. A worn leather wallet slipping from his pocket onto the floor. She bent to pick it up, but he was already gone to the pickup area. For the first time in years, Sarah forgot to ask his name. Or maybe she just didn't notice the photo peeking from the billfold, a young girl, laughing in a park, with eyes just like hers. The wallet lay on the floor for a split second, unnoticed in the morning rush. Sarah called out, "Sir, you dropped this." But the man was already at the pickup counter, lost in thought. By the time she handed it over, he murmured a quick, "Thanks," and took his Americano to a corner table by the window. She watched him for a moment. Grey hair neatly combed, hands steady despite the limp, sipping slowly as rain streaked the glass. He didn't linger like the artists or chat like the regulars. Just drank, left a $1 tip, and vanished into the downpour. Sarah shrugged it off. In a city of 8 million, faces blurred together, but that photo, she hadn't seen it clearly. Just a flash of a little girl, maybe 5 or 6, with dark curls and a gap-toothed smile. Familiar somehow, but the bell rang again, pulling her back to the line. Days turned into a routine, the kind Brooklyn perfected, predictable yet full of small surprises. Wednesday brought the yoga mom with her oat milk cappuccino, extra cinnamon for the morning zen. Thursday was the delivery guy, always in a hurry for an iced Americano, black like his mood after traffic on the BQE. Sarah's memory was her superpower. She could recite orders without writing them down, turning transactions into tiny connections. "The usual, right, Lisa?" she'd say to the barista across the counter, earning a laugh and a loyal tip. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills, or tried to. Evenings were for her mom in the nursing home up in the Bronx, calls that ended with, "I'm fine, honey, save your money," and quiet nights, scrolling job listings on her phone, wondering if there was more to life than steam and small talk. Friday morning, the door chimed again. There he was, the same man, same coat, same order. "Americano, black," he said, eyes meeting hers briefly. This time, Sarah noticed more. A silver wedding band, worn smooth, a faint scar on his knuckle, like from years of manual work. "Coming right up," she replied, steaming the water with practiced ease. He paid exact change, no wallet slip this time, and took his seat by the window. As she wiped the counter, she caught him glancing at old photos on his phone, the screen reflecting the rainy street. Was that the same girl, older now, maybe teens, in a school uniform? Sarah shook her head, none of her business, but when he left, he nodded at her. "Good coffee, thanks." It was the first time he'd spoken more than necessary. She smiled back. "Any time." The weekend blurred by, Saturday brunch rush, mimosas for the hungover crowd, avocado toast for influencers snapping pics. Sunday was slower, churchgoers stopping for post-service lattes. Sarah used the quiet to sketch in her notebook, little doodles of customers capturing the artist's curls or Mr. Patel's moustache. Art school dreams flickered, but reality grounded her. The rent check due, mum's meds, the F-train delays that ate her tips. By Monday, the rain had eased, but the man returned. Third time. "The usual?" Sarah asked, testing her memory. He looked surprised, then pleased. "Yeah. How'd you know?" She shrugged with a grin. "I remember faces and orders." He chuckled softly, a warm, gravelly sound, and sat longer this time, nursing his cup while reading a dog-eared paperback. Something about old New York from the faded cover. Over the next week, he became a fixture. Every morning, 7:15 sharp, Americano black. No variations, no frills. Sarah started calling him Mr. Steady in her head. He'd tip $1, sometimes 2, and on rainy days, he'd linger, watching the world go by. One afternoon during a lull, he asked about the shop. "How long you been here?" "6 years, she said, refilling his water. "It's home, I guess." He nodded, eyes distant. "Brooklyn changes, but places like this, they hold the stories." She laughed it off, but his words stuck. That evening, sorting tips, she found an extra note tucked in. Not money, but a scribbled "keep the change" on a napkin. Underneath, in small print, "For the girl who remembers." Her heart skipped. Who was this guy, and why did his quiet presence feel like a puzzle piece she couldn't place? By the second week, the routine deepened. He'd share snippets, grew up in Queens, worked construction before retiring. "Tough on the knees," he'd say, rubbing his leg. Sarah opened up too, about her mom's illness, the long commutes. "Sounds familiar," he'd reply, never prying. But one morning, as she handed him his cup, the wallet slipped again. This time she caught it mid-air. "Gotcha." Flipping it open to check for ID, there it was. The photo, Clear now. The girl, her at 6, in Prospect Park. Mum's old picnic. Sarah froze, cup trembling. Where did you get this? But he was already walking away, the door chiming behind him. For the first time, she forgot to say goodbye. Sarah's hand shook as she stared at the photo, the steam from the espresso machine blurring the edges like a bad dream. It was her, unmistakably. 6 years old, pigtails flying, grinning at the camera during one of those rare sunny days in Prospect Park. Mum had packed peanut butter sandwiches and Kool-Aid, the kind of simple joy that felt like luxury back then. But how? This stranger, this quiet regular with his Americano and limp, carrying a picture from her childhood. The door chime faded, customers blurred, and for a moment, Corner Brew felt too small, too exposed. She slipped the wallet into her apron pocket, heart pounding. "Focus, Sarah," she whispered, pouring lattes on autopilot. But the image burned. Who was he? And why did it feel like he'd walked out of a memory she didn't know she had? The rest of the morning dragged. Mr. Patel asked for his usual, but Sarah fumbled the order, splashing foam on the counter. "You okay, kid?" Maria shot from the back, eyebrow raised. Sarah nodded, forcing a smile. "Just tired." But sleep was the last thing on her mind. During the lunch lull, she ducked into the tiny employee bathroom, pulling out the wallet under the harsh fluorescent light. No ID, just faded bills, a library card for Queen's Public, and that photo tucked in the billfold. On the back, in Mum's handwriting, Sarah's first park day, 2003. Her stomach twisted. Mum never mentioned anyone else, just the two of them against the world after Dad left when she was a baby. No photos of him, no stories. "He wasn't worth it," Mum would say, changing the subject. But this was a crack in the wall. Afternoon brought a slow drizzle, the kind that kept folks indoors. Sarah texted her friend Lena from high school, now a barista across the river. "Ever feel like a ghost from your past, just ordered coffee?" Lena replied with emojis and spill. But Sarah couldn't. Not yet. Instead, she sketched the man's face in her notebook. Kind eyes, scar on the knuckle, the way he rubbed his knee. It looked familiar, like those old home videos Mum hid in a box. By closing time, the wallet weighed heavy. She considered calling the number on the library card, but hesitated. What if he was a creep? Or worse, family? Maria locked up, patting her shoulder. "Go home, get some rest. Tomorrow's another grind." Sarah nodded, stepping into the wet streets of Brooklyn. The F train rattled her to Queens, rain pattering the windows like unanswered questions. At her apartment, a one-bedroom walk-up with peeling paint, she microwaved leftovers and stared at the photo again. "Who are you?" she murmured to the empty room. Wednesday dawned grey, the city exhaling after the storm. Sarah arrived early, wallet in her locker like contraband. The rush came and went, but no sign of him. By 10 a.m., doubt crept in. Maybe she'd imagined it. The photo was old, could be anyone. But noon brought the chime. There he was, coat damp, same order. Americano black. His voice was steady, but Sarah's wasn't. As she rang him up, she slid the wallet across the counter. "You dropped this yesterday." Again. He blinked, taking it slowly. "Thanks. Clumsy these days." Pause, then softer. "Everything okay?" She swallowed. "The photo. Inside. It's me. As a kid." His face didn't change. No shock, no denial. Just a long exhale, like he'd been waiting. "I know. Saw it the first day." Sarah's breath caught. "How? Who are you?" He glanced at the empty shop, then at her. "Name's Henry Ellis, and you're Sarah, right? From the park picnics." She nodded, stunned. "But how do you have that?" He took his cup to the window seat, gesturing for her to join on break. Maria waved her over, rare but okay. Sarah sat across, hands clasped. Henry sipped slowly. Your mom and I, we knew each other long time ago. Queens, back in the 90s. She worked at the diner on Steinway. I was fixing trucks nearby, good friends. Then life happened. He trailed off, eyes on the rain. Sarah pressed. My dad? Henry shook his head. Not me, but I was around when you were little. Helped out sometimes. Babysitting, park trips. Your mom lost the photos in a move, thought they were gone. Lies. Truth. Sarah's mind raced. Why now? Why here? He smiled faintly. Retired last year. Moved back to Brooklyn for the quiet. Saw the shop, came in. Then saw you, like fate maybe. She wanted to believe it. The kindness in his eyes matched the man who'd tip extras on rainy days. But doubt lingered. Why not say something sooner? Henry set down his cup. Didn't want to stir up old pain. Your mom, she kept things close, but seeing you, remembering everything, it felt right. The bell rang. Break over. He stood, limping slightly. Think on it. I'll be back tomorrow. As he left, Sarah touched the counter where the wallet had been. For the first time, her perfect memory faltered. What else had she forgotten? That night, she called the nursing home. Mom answered weakly. Sarah, everything all right? Yeah, just, do you remember Henry Ellis? Silence, then a sigh. Old friend, from before you. Why? Sarah hesitated. He comes to the shop, has a photo of me as a kid. Mom's voice cracked. Tell him. Hi. And be careful, honey. Click. Sarah lay awake, rain tapping the window. The pieces didn't fit. Kindness from a stranger or something more. Tomorrow she'd ask for the full story. But deep down, a warmth stirred. Maybe Brooklyn wasn't just holding her back. Maybe it was bringing her home. The rain had softened to a mist by Thursday morning, the kind that clung to everything in Brooklyn like unspoken regrets. Sarah arrived at Corner Brew with her mind a whirlpool. Mum's hesitant hi on the phone, Henry's calm admission, the photo that bridged decades. She busied herself with the opening routine, grinding beans, wiping counters, the familiar scent grounding her. But every chime of the door made her glance up. At 7:15 he came. Henry Ellis, coat speckled with mist, same Americano order. Morning, he said, eyes searching hers. Sarah nodded, handing over the cup. Let's talk later, after rush. He agreed with a quiet, okay, settling by the window as the line built. The morning flew by in a haze of orders. Lattes for the remote workers, black coffee for the dog walkers, shaking off the damp. Sarah's memory held strong, but her thoughts wandered. Flashes of childhood, Mum's tired smiles after double shifts, the empty chair at dinner where Dad should have been. She'd pieced together scraps over the years. He left when she was 2, chasing better opportunities in Jersey, never looking back. Mum never badmouthed him, just focused on survival. Diner tips, night classes she abandoned for Sarah's sake. Now, this Henry, a friend from those days, stirring it all up. Was he a lifeline or a loose end? By 10:30, the shop quieted. Maria was in the back, inventory day. Sarah joined Henry at his table, notepad in hand like armor. Tell me everything, from the beginning. He leaned back, cup warming his palms. Fair enough. Your mom, Elena, she was a force. Worked at Dino's Diner on Steinway, 92 to 98. I was a mechanic at the garage next door, fixing cabs and trucks. We'd chat during breaks, her laughing at my bad jokes, me bringing her coffee when the rush hit. Sarah pictured it. Young mom in a polyester uniform, flipping burgers, eyes bright before life wore them down. You were close. Henry nodded. Friends, yeah. She trusted me. When you came along single and scared, I helped where I could. Groceries when tips were short, watching you so she could sleep. Those park days, your favorites. You'd chase pigeons, call me Uncle Hank. Innocent times. Sarah's throat tightened. Uncle Hank, I vaguely remember. Swing sets, ice cream. He smiled, eyes misting. Yeah, Prospect Park. Every Sunday we could. Your mum snapped that photo on a good day. Rare sunshine, you in that red dress. She traced the table's grain. Why'd it stop? Mum never mentioned you after. Henry's face shadowed. Life pulled us apart. I got married in '99. Good woman, but she had health issues early. Moved to Staten Island for better care. Lost touch when Elena switched jobs. Heard through mutuals she was struggling, but pride kept her quiet. By then, I had my own family, a daughter, grown now. Sarah leaned in. A daughter, like the photo on your phone. He pulled it out. A young woman, 20s, dark curls, studying in a library. Mia, she's in college pre-med, takes after her mom. Smart, kind. The resemblance hit Sarah, not identical but echoes of her own features. Sisters? No, too far-fetched, but connected somehow. The conversation flowed, easing the knot in her chest. Henry shared more, how he'd retired from the garage last year, wife's passing 2 winters ago, leaving him adrift. Brooklyn called me back. Familiar streets, familiar faces. Sarah opened up too. The nursing home visits, scraping by on tips and overtime. Mom's got early dementia now. Forgets names, but not the hard stuff. Henry's hand paused on his cup. I'm sorry. Elena deserved better. If I'd known. She waved it off. You couldn't. But that photo, why keep it? He met her gaze. Reminder of good in the chaos. And when I saw you here, pouring like she used to, it felt like closing a circle. Warmth spread, tentative. For the first time in months, Sarah felt seen, not as the reliable waitress, but as Elena's daughter, carrying those park day laughs. But doubts lingered like the mist outside. After Henry left, promising to return, Sarah called Mom again. He told me about the diner, the parks. Mom's voice, frail but clear. Henry was solid, helped when your father bailed. But don't let old ghosts drag you down, Sarah. Focus on your life. My life. This grind. Laughter. Weak. You remember everything, kid. Use it for more than coffee. Hanging up, Sarah sketched in her break. A park scene. Little girl and Uncle Hank on swings. It looked right, but incomplete. Evening commute on the F train. She watched families reunite at stations. A dad hugging his teen, mirroring Mia's photo. What if Henry knew more about her own dad? Or worse, what if he was holding back? Back home, she sorted tips. Enough for Mom's meds, barely. But the napkin note from days ago resurfaced. For the girl who remembers. Tucked inside, a small keychain, a tiny swing set charm. Her heart swelled. Tomorrow, she'd ask about Mia. And maybe, just maybe, invite him to visit Mom. Brooklyn's circles were tightening, pulling her towards something brighter, or deeper into the past. Friday brought a break in the clouds, sunlight slanting through the grimy windows of Corner Brew like a hesitant invitation. Sarah had barely slept, the swing-set keychain dangling from her keys as a talisman. Mum's words echoed, focus on your life. But how, when the past was pouring coffee right in front of her? She arrived early, brewing a fresh pot, the aroma mingling with fresh bagels from the bakery next door. The morning rush was lighter, tourists snapping pics of the Brooklyn street art outside. At 7:15, the door chimed. Henry, but not alone. Beside him, a young woman, early 20s, dark curls tied back, backpack slung over one shoulder, eyes bright with city curiosity. Sarah, this is Mia, he said, pride softening his voice. My daughter thought you'd like to meet. Mia extended a hand, warm and firm. Dad's been raving about your memory for orders. Americano for him, and I'll take a cappuccino. Extra foam if you do it like he says. Sarah blinked, the resemblance hitting like déjà vu. The curls like her own childhood photos, the easy smile echoing Mom's. Coming right up. First one's on the house. As she frothed the milk, she stole glances. Mia settled at the window table, pulling out a textbook. Biology from the cover. Pre-med? Sarah asked, sliding over the cups. Mia nodded. Yeah, aiming for nursing. Dad's stories about helping people inspired me. Henry chuckled. More like your mum's stubbornness. The trio fell into easy talk, the shop's hum fading. Mia shared college life, late nights at NYU, dreaming of community clinics in underserved neighborhoods. Brooklyn's got heart, but not everyone's got access. Sarah nodded, relating. Tell me about it. Tips here help, but it's scraping by. The conversation turned personal, sunlight warming the table. Henry pulled out his phone, showing more photos. Mia as a kid, awkward braces and all, at Coney Island. She hated the rides, but loved the hot dogs. Mia rolled her eyes, laughing. Then, hesitantly, Sarah shared her sketch, the park scene with Uncle Hank. Mia's eyes widened. That's you? Wow, the curls are spot on. Henry traced the drawing. Brings it all back. Elena would love this. Sarah's pulse quickened. Actually, she's in a nursing home in the Bronx. Dementia. But she remembers you. Said to say hi. Henry's face lit but shadowed. I'd like that, if it's okay. Mia squeezed his hand. Go for it, Dad. Family is what matters. The word hung. Family. Sarah felt a pull, like threads weaving. But doubts nagged. Why now, after all these years? As the shop picked up, Mia helped clear a table unasked, natural like she'd done it before. Grew up in diners, she explained. Mom waitressed before she got sick. Sarah paused, cappuccino foam on her lip. Sounds familiar. Over the next hour, stories flowed. Henry's garage days, fixing Mum's old Chevy when it broke down. Mia's first job at a Queen's cafe, learning orders like Sarah. It felt like sisters swapping notes, not strangers. But when Mia stepped out for a call, Sarah leaned in. There's more, isn't there, about my dad? Henry sighed, rubbing his scar. Yeah, he was complicated. Met Elena at the diner, promised the world. Worked construction with me for a bit. But ambition got him. Left for a job in Philly, said he'd send money, didn't. I tried to step up, but Elena pushed me away. Proud, you know. Sarah's chest tightened. Did you know him well? Enough to know he regretted it later. Heard he passed a few years back alone, but that's not on you. Tears pricked, not closure, but a start. Why keep it from me? Henry met her eyes. Your mum wanted to protect you, build your own path. Seeing you here, strong, kind, she did good. Mia returned, sensing the shift. Everything okay? Sarah wiped her eyes, smiling. Yeah, just filling gaps. The three lingered until Maria called Sarah back. Henry stood. We'll visit Elena soon. Together. Sarah nodded, the keychain jingling in her pocket. Together. As they left, Mia hugged her quick, impulsive, warm. You're cool, Sarah, like the aunt I never had. The door chimed shut, sunlight fading to afternoon clouds. Sarah busied with orders, but her mind raced. A dad gone, a family emerging. That evening on the F train, she texted Lena, met someone from Mum's past, and his daughter, feels like a movie. Reply, good movie or bad? The kind that changes endings. Home, she called the nursing home. Mom, Henry's coming to visit with his girl. Weak laugh. About time. Tell him I kept the swing set story. Sarah smiled, sketching Mia now. Curls, textbook, a new branch on the family tree. But one question burned. What if this circle revealed more pain than peace? Tomorrow's rush would tell. Saturday morning dawned crisp, the first hint of autumn crisp in Brooklyn's air, leaves skittering along the sidewalks like forgotten notes. Sarah woke with a mix of nerves and resolve, the swing-set keychain on her nightstand, a reminder of the day ahead. The visit to Mom, with Henry and Mia in tow, felt like stepping onto a tightrope over the East River. What if old wounds reopened? What if Mum's dementia blurred the lines, turning reunion into confusion? But the pull was stronger. After years of solo visits, sharing the load might lighten it. She texted Henry, "Meet at the shop at 9. Reply, "We'll be there." Mia's excited. Sarah dressed simply, jeans, her corner brew apron folded away, and headed out, the F train rumbling like her thoughts. Corner brew buzzed with weekend energy, families grabbing hot chocolates, joggers in for quick shots. Henry and Mia arrived on time, Mia with a bakery box of Mum's favorites, black and white cookies from Queens. "Tradition," she said, hugging Sarah. "Dad says Elena loved these." Henry nodded, eyes soft. From Dino's days. The trio boarded the uptown train, the subway's sway mirroring the conversation's flow. Mia broke the ice. "So, Sarah, ever think about nursing school? With your memory, you'd be a natural." Sarah laughed, surprised. "Art school was the dream, but life's rerouted." Henry chimed in, "Reroutes can lead home." As the Bronx approached, stories bridged gaps. Mia's internship at a clinic, Sarah's sketches of customers, Henry's garage tales of fixing dreams on wheels. It felt familial, tentative but real, three threads weaving in the city's underbelly. The nursing home loomed on a quiet street, its brick facade weathered but welcoming, ivy climbing like veins. Sarah signed them in, the receptionist smiling. "Your mom's having a good day, lucid this morning." Relief washed over her. Room 204 was sunlit, Mom in her armchair by the window, knitting a scarf that would never finish. Elena looked up, eyes sharpening. "Sarah, and Henry." He stepped forward, voice thick. "It's me, Elena, been too long." She rose slowly, arms opening. The hug was long, fragile, decades melting in the embrace. Mia hung back, then introduced herself. "I'm Mia, his daughter. Heard so much about you." Elena's smile crinkled. "The helper's girl. Sit, all of you." Cookies passed, tea poured, the room filled with chatter. Mom reminisced, diner shifts, park picnics, Sarah's first words. "She called you hanky-panky," she teased Henry, laughter bubbling. Mia pulled out her phone, showing family pics. Sarah shared her sketchbook. "Look, Mom, Uncle Hank and me on the swings." Elena traced it, tears welling. "You remembered, even when I forget." As the afternoon deepened, the talk turned deeper. Henry shared his loss, wife's illness, the quiet after. "You were strong then, inspired me." Eleanor squeezed his hand. "We all were." Single Mom Club. Sarah watched, heart full, but the question burned. "Mom, Henry told me about Dad, the leaving." Elena sighed, gaze distant. "He was charming, promised stars. But stars fade, left when you were 2, Philly job, then nothing. Henry stepped in, like family." Henry nodded. "Tried to track him years later. Found out he started over, had another kid. Regretted the first family, but too proud to return." Twist. Another sibling. Sarah's world tilted. "A brother or sister?" Elena shook her head. "Half-brother from what Henry heard. Never met him. But you're enough." Mia's eyes met Sarah's, shared understanding of absent parents. "Families chosen too," Mia said softly. Henry pulled a small envelope from his coat. "Elena, before I forget, something from back then." Inside, A faded letter, Dad's handwriting. "Kept it for you, Sarah," he wrote once, apologizing. Mailed to the diner. She read silently. Regrets, love unspoken, a promise unkept. Tears fell. Not closure, but honesty. The visit stretched, stories overlapping like subway lines. Mom, tired but content. "Come back soon, all of you." Hugs goodbye, promises made. On the train home, silence at first, then catharsis. "That was everything," Sarah whispered. Henry patted her shoulder. "Healing starts with hellos." Mia grinned. "Next time I bring scrubs. Volunteer day?" Laughter broke the wait. Back in Brooklyn, Sarah walked them to the shop for a quick coffee. "On me!" As they sipped, she felt the shift. The forgotten order wasn't carelessness, it was space for this. But conflict stirred. The half-brother mention opened new doors, or Pandora's box. Evening alone, she reread the letter, sketching a family tree. Branches extending. Mom called later, "Good day, honey. Henry, he's gold." Sarah smiled. "I know." But sleep evaded, rain returning. What if chasing this past cost her present? Tomorrow's shift loomed, but now with allies. The circle was complete, or just beginning. The rain picked up again that Sunday evening, drumming against Sarah's apartment window like insistent questions. The letter lay open on her kitchen table. Dad's scrawled words yellowed with time. "Elena, I messed up. Sarah's my light, but I can't come back. Forgive me." Simple, gut-wrenching. She folded it, unfolded it, tracing the ink as if it could rewrite the years. Half-brother? A shadow sibling out there, living a life parallel but untouched. Did he know about her? About the park picnics or Mom's diner shifts? Sarah's mind spun, curiosity clashing with caution. Reaching out could heal or shatter the fragile piece she'd built. Alone in the dim light, she sketched furiously a faceless boy next to her childhood self, then crumpled it. "Why now?" she whispered to the empty room. The swing-set keychain glinted mockingly. Sleep came fitful, dreams of absent faces and Brooklyn bridges crumbling. Monday morning hit like a reset button, the F train crowded with commuters shaking off the weekend. Corner Brew welcomed her with its familiar buzz, but everything felt tilted. Maria noticed, "You look like you wrestled ghosts, kid." Sarah forced a smile. Family stuff. The rush absorbed her, orders flowing from muscle memory, but her thoughts drifted to the letter in her bag. At 7:15, Henry arrived solo, Mia at classes. "How's Elena?" he asked, taking his Americano. Sarah hesitated, then slid the envelope over. "This, from him." Henry read silently, face clouding. "He sent it to the diner in 05. I held onto it, thinking one day." She nodded. "Half-brother, you know where he is?" Henry sighed. "Last I heard, Philly area, mechanic, like his dad. Name's Alex. But Eleanor didn't want pursuit." Conflict boiled. Mum's protection versus her own hunger for truth. "What if I do?" Henry met her eyes. "Your call, but don't go alone." The day unfolded with unexpected anchors. Mid-morning, Mia texted, "Skipping lunch lecture, bringing soup for Eleanor. You in?" Sarah's shift ended early. They met at the nursing home. Mum perked up, spooning broth. "My girls," she murmured, linking arms. Mia's presence eased the air. Stories of clinic dreams, shared laughs over cookie crumbs. "You're good at this," Sarah said later, walking Mia to the subway. "Making family from fragments," Mia shrugged. "Dad taught me, and your memory, it's a gift. Ever thought of more than waitressing?" The seed planted. Art school deferred, but nursing, or something blended. "Back home," Henry called. "If you want Alex's contact, I have it. Old garage buddy." Sarah paced. "Not yet. Need to think." But the pull grew. A decision loomed like the rain clouds gathering. Tuesday brought solidarity. Henry showed up post-rush with groceries, basics for Sarah's fridge, meds for Mom. "No strings," he said, unpacking in the shop's back room. "Just family helping." Maria raised an eyebrow but smiled. "About time someone spoiled you." For the first time, Sarah accepted without protest. Evening, she visited Mom alone, letter in pocket. "Should I find him?" Eleanor's eyes cleared momentarily. "If it brings peace, yes, but you're enough, Sarah, always were." Tears shared, hugs tight. On the train back, Sarah Googled Alex Ellis Philly, vague hits, a mechanic shop profile. Heart racing, she drafted a message. "Hi, I'm Sarah, your half-sister from Brooklyn." Delete. Too soon. Tension coiled. What if rejection echoed Dad's, or worse, indifference? Wednesday tested her. Rush hour chaos, spilled lattes, a rude customer snapping at her slow memory. Sarah faltered, order mixing. Henry, lingering, stepped in. "Let me handle the line." His calm diffused it, tip steady. Mia arrived after, helping close. "Dad says you're thinking about Alex." Sarah nodded, wiping counters. Scared. "What if it's nothing?" Mia hugged her. "Then it's nothing. But what if it's everything? Like us?" The words landed. That night alone, Sarah reread the letter, sketching Alex. Imagined features, a bridge between past and present. Decision crystallized. Reach out, but with backup. She texted Henry, "Send the contact." Reply, "Done, we're with you." Rain eased outside, moonlight breaking through. The shadow of the letter lingered, but support illuminated it. Brooklyn's grind felt less lonely, allies turning strangers into kin. But as she hit send on a cautious email to the shop, "Looking for Alex. Family matter." Fear whispered what doors would open or slam shut. The email sat sent in Sarah's outbox like a stone skipped across the Hudson, ripples spreading unseen. Thursday morning dawned foggy in Brooklyn, the kind of haze that mirrored her mood, anticipation laced with dread. Corner Brew's rush kept her grounded. Orders recited flawlessly, smiles for the regulars, but her phone buzzed silently in her apron. Nothing. Henry noticed during his Americano stop. "Heard back?" She shook her head. Radio silence. He squeezed her shoulder. "Give it time. Philly's not next door." Mia texted mid-shift. "Thinking of you. Clinic slow. Call if you need." But the support wrapped around her like a warmer coat, but the gnawed. By afternoon, as rain threatened again, her phone lit up. Email from Alex Mechanic Philly. "Sarah, this real. Call me. A." Heart slamming, she ducked into the back room, Maria covering. Dialed the number attached. The video call connected after 3 rings, screen flickering to a garage bay, tools on walls, a man in his late 20s, grease-streaked overalls, dark hair tousled, her eyes, wary but curious. "Sarah?" Alex's voice, rough from Philly winters. She nodded, throat dry. "Yeah, from Brooklyn. Henry Ellis gave me your contact." He leaned into the camera, wiping hands on a rag. "Uncle Hank? Haven't heard that in years. Dad mentioned him once. The guy who stuck around." Pause, heavy. "So, half-sister, huh? Mum never said." Sarah exhaled. "Mine neither. Found a letter from our dad. Apology, sorta. You knew him." Alex's face hardened, then softened. "Knew of him. He showed up when I was 10 after leaving you guys, said he was starting over, worked with me at the shop, taught me engines, but ghosts followed, talked about a first family in NY, regrets, died 3 years ago, heart attack, left me the garage." Flash of pain in his eyes mirroring hers. "Why now?" She shared it all. The photo, Henry, Mom's dementia, the forgotten order that sparked it. Alex listened, nodding. "Sounds like fate. Or bad coffee." Chuckle, tentative. "Look, this is weird. But, yeah, family. Send a pic?" Sarah held up the park photo. "This is me. You?" He grinned, showing a faded snapshot. Him as a teen, Dad beside, both under a car hood. Resemblance struck. Same jawline, same stubborn curl. Philly roots, but NY blood. The call stretched, barriers cracking. Alex opened up. Single dad life, raising a kid alone after his mum passed young. Echoes, right? Dad's mess-ups made me better. Sarah teared. Me too, Mom's tough love. He paused. Visit. Garage is open. Or I come to Brooklyn, see the coffee shop that started this. Hope flickered. Soon with Henry? Yeah, full circle. Hanging up, Sarah emerged shaky but lighter. Maria hugged her. Good news? Brother? Word spread. Henry thrilled. Mia planning a family dinner. But tension lingered. Alex's guarded tone hinted at unresolved dad stuff. Would in-person heal or highlight scars? Evening, Sarah walked the rainy streets, phone buzzing with Alex's follow-up. Talk to my kid about Aunt Sarah. She's excited. A niece? The family tree branched wildly. Back home, she sketched them. Alex in overalls, little girl waving. Mom called, heard from your brother? Voice weak but warm. Yeah, coming to see you. Laughter. Tell him the swings are still there. Sleep came easier. Dreams of bridges, not breaks. Friday brought momentum. Alex booked a train. Weekend visit. Henry and Mia prepped. Cookies for the nursing home. Diner reservations. Sarah's shift flew. Memory sharp as ever. But doubt crept. What if old pains surfaced? Alex arrived Saturday noon, stepping off the Lear at Flatbush, backpack and wary smile. Corner Brew first stop. So this is the place. Sarah hugged him awkward, family scent, like garages and rain. Henry clapped his back. Mia introduced herself as bonus sis. Laughter eased in over Americanos. Dad hate this. Coffee snobs, Alex joked. But eyes met, stories synced. Dad's temper, his hidden kindnesses. Tension peaked when Sarah showed the letter. Alex read, voice cracking. He wrote me one too, same regrets. Shared tears, then resolve. We're not him. Visit to Mom next. Bronx bound for now. Elena lit up. The boy, grown. Alex knelt. Aunt Eleanor, stories don't do you justice. Hugs, cookies, park tales. Resolution partial. Bonds formed, but Dad's shadow loomed. Therapy ahead, maybe. Back in Brooklyn, dinner at a simple Italian spot. Toasts, to forgotten orders and found family. Sarah felt it, the change, but as night fell, Alex confided, one more thing at Dad's will mentioned you, unclaimed stuff in Philly. Twist, inheritance, or more ghosts. The circle tightened, promising more. The Philly skyline faded in Alex's stories, but its echo lingered in Brooklyn's evolving rhythm. Sunday after the dinner, the group, now a makeshift mosaic, gathered at Corner Brew for a casual brunch. Alex, still in his weekend jeans, marveled at the shop. Dad would have griped about the prices, but this place, it's got soul. Sarah poured fresh Americanos all around, Mia adding foam art, a clumsy heart that made them laugh. Henry watched, content. Like old times, but better. The will mention hung light now. Alex explained over eggs. Dad left tools and a small savings, unclaimed since his passing. Mentioned a daughter in NY. You, Sarah. Not much, but enough for a start. She blinked. For what? He shrugged. Whatever. College? Art? The gesture, small but symbolic, chipped at old resentments. No fortune, just intent. A father's quiet amends. Integration wove in naturally. Monday, Alex extended his stay, crashing on Henry's couch. He tagged along to the nursing home, tools in hand. Aunt Elena, this place needs fixing. With permission, he tinkered. Loose door hinges, a wobbly chair, while Mia chatted nursing dreams with Mum. Elena beamed, memory sharp. The boys, fixing everything. And my girls holding it together. Sarah joined, sharing sketches, now a full scene, park, swings, all of them. Your legacy, Mom. Tears, but joyful. You remembered even the forgotten parts. Back at the shop, Henry helped with inventory, his mechanic eye spotting efficiencies. This espresso machine's off. Let me tune it. Tips flowed better, Maria grateful. Family discount, she teased. Sarah felt the shift, the grind lighter, shared. Midweek, Mia pulled Sarah aside after shift. That art dream, don't shelve it. She connected her to a community college program, night classes in illustration, scholarships for caregivers. With the will money, you could swing it. Sarah hesitated, letter in mind. Dad's ghost funding my future. Mia nodded. Turn it positive, like we did. Henry chimed in later. Your memories for stories, not just orders. Write 'em, draw 'em. Inspiration sparked. Evenings, Sarah sketched late. Family portraits, Brooklyn vignettes. Alex video called his daughter. Meet Aunt Sarah, the coffee wizard. The little girl waved. Draw me a swing. Bonds crossed states, a web strengthening. Tensions eased, but didn't vanish. One night, walking the Brooklyn Bridge with Alex, Sarah voiced fears. What if this falls apart like Dad? He stopped, city lights twinkling. Then we rebuild. I'm not running. Got a kid counting on me. Hug, brotherly. Henry shared wisdom over diner pie. Life's like engines. Parts wear, but tune 'em right. They hum. Mom's checkup improved slightly. Dementia stable with the visits. Company helps, the doctor said. Sarah's routine transformed. Mornings with Henry, Mia's stories, afternoons sketching between orders, evenings planning. The forgotten order, that first Americano slip, replayed as metaphor. Oversights opening doors. No more solo F-train rides. Carpool with Alex before he left. By week's end, changes solidified. Alex headed back Philly, promising monthly visits. Garage internship for you. Learn engines like Dad taught me. Sarah considered blend art with practical. Mia enrolled her in a free workshop. Henry became shop regular, not just customer. Unofficial uncle, he joked. Mom called proud honey, circles full. Sarah stood at the counter one crisp morning, sunlight streaming, pouring a perfect latte. A new customer ordered black coffee. She remembered his name from a glance, but now memories served bigger. Stories shared, family found. The will check arrived, modest but seed money for classes. She framed the letter not as wound, but wisdom. Brooklyn pulsed around her, less lonely. The mosaic gleamed, pieces fitting, colors blending. But one final thread tugged. How to weave it all into forever. The answer brewed like good coffee in time. Months slipped by in Brooklyn like steam from a fresh pour, subtle, warming, reshaping the air. Corner Brew stood as it always had, wooden stools worn smooth, chalkboards smudged with specials. But Sarah was different. The girl who remembered every order now carried stories in her heart, not just her head. That first Americano, the forgotten one that slipped her notice, had cracked open a world. A mosaic of family pieced from faded photos, rainy mornings, and quiet kindnesses. It wasn't a fairy tale, no sudden riches or erased pains, but a real-life reminder that oversights aren't endings, they're invitations. To listen deeper, reach wider, remember what matters. Sarah's days blended old rhythms with new grace. Mornings started with Henry's steady chime at 7:15, Americano black, now with a side of stories. Mia's top of her class, he'd update, pride glowing. Afternoons, she'd slip away for art classes at the community college. The will's modest check funding pencils and dreams deferred no longer. Her sketches evolved, not just customers, but full narratives. Park swings with Alex's little girl visiting, Mia in scrubs at a clinic, Mom knitting in sunlight. Evenings brought calls, Alex from Philly, sharing garage wins. Mom, voice stronger with the routine visits. "The circle holds, honey," she'd say. Dementia took bits, but love anchored. Henry fixed the apartment's leaky faucet. Mia co-signed a small loan for Mom's better care. Alex drove up monthly, tools and takeout in tow. Family, chosen and found, turning solo shifts into shared loads. The legacy of that stranger's order rippled outward. Sarah started a memory board at the shop. Customer notes, doodles, tales of small kindnesses. "What did you forget today that might change tomorrow?" it read. Regulars added, "Mr. Patel's nod to his son's promotion, the artist's first gallery show. Maria promoted her, assistant manager with time for classes. You earned it, glue girl." No more scraping by. Balance bloomed. One crisp spring morning, sunlight flooding the windows, Sarah poured for a new face, tired eyes, simple order. "Americano, black?" He nodded, surprised. "How'd you—" She smiled. "I remember the important ones." As he left a tip and a story, she felt it. Dad's regrets redeemed in her choices, Mom's strength echoed in Mia's, Henry's quiet help a model for her own. Looking back, the forgotten order was never about coffee. It was about the pauses, the moments we overlook that hold our truest connections. In a city of millions, where faces blur and rains wash away tracks, kindness lingers. One small act, one remembered face, can rewrite your path. Sarah stood taller, sketches in hand, family photos on her phone. The F-train still rattled, but now with purpose. Brooklyn, with its bridges and brownstones, whispered, "You're home." And that's the story, not of perfection, but persistence, of how a simple cup, nearly missed, brewed a lifetime of belonging. If this touched you, remember, your next order might be the one that changes everything. What's the kindness you've overlooked lately? Share in the comments below. Let's build our own memory boards. Thanks for joining this journey on Lived Stories. If you haven't already, hit subscribe for more real-life tales of heart, hope, and hidden connections. Turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next one, like if this reminded you of your own forgotten moments, and share with someone who needs it. Until next time, keep remembering what matters. In Brooklyn or wherever you pour your days, the circle's always open.